Okay. I don't know exactly what's going to come out in the cards. I don't know what sort of energy we're going to get. But this is going to... Oh, I haven't been saying it, but this isn't going to be 110% for everybody who's here. But if you're open to it, if you're like with me, if you want to take a deep breath, hold it for a second, and then exhale. Okay, so this is a sort of energy that came through in the last reading, which is amazing. I don't know when I'm going to post this. So, I say last video, but like, who knows? I'll be wearing the same shirt though, so that's kind of like a giveaway. But we have Tree, which says, let them go. And we have Morning, which says the world awaits you, which is literally kind of like a summarized version of the energy that we got in the last reading. I wanted to focus on like romance and like love life. So this could be about a romantic partner, someone that you're like fancying. I feel like this is a person. I don't like using the word toxic, but like there might be some toxic traits between the two of you, and like generally you've come to a place where you realize that this person isn't really good for you. And we all choose to do what we do. We all have free will. You're welcome to like deal with it however you deal with it. You don't have to cut them off completely. But I feel like if you spent a lot less time worrying about this individual, you could definitely accomplish a lot more. You could definitely have more for yourself. We have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like learning how to deal with this energy is like the best way to go. And like knowing how to limit yourself with this individual if you still want to maintain a relationship with them. But for the most part, I feel like you're kind of just like walking away. You're kind of like, whatever. And like, it's kind of a cheesy message. I sometimes like gag at myself when I do these sorts of readings. But don't allow the betrayal of other people to like push you to close your heart. Because, and I've been there, but I feel like a lot of us have this thing where someone does us dirty or someone like mishandles us, whether in a romantic relationship or not, because you know the world just be crazy. But someone does something that makes you like feel some type of way, and you're like, okay, well, I guess I just can't be open with anyone. And like, I'm gonna be like silly and say like it's the devil. It's the devil trying to like get you down and get you. This is the Seven of Swords. You can't really see. It's the devil like getting you down, trying to like make sure that you don't have an open heart. Cause like personally, it is my belief that the best things in life come to you when you have an open heart. And maybe this isn't for you. Maybe this doesn't apply for you. Whatever. We're all different. But like, a lot of the books that I've read, a lot of the information that I've consumed, basically the consensus is like when you have an open heart, like the world is open to you. And I just want to urge you to like keep your heart open, because there's a lot of really great things out there for you. But if you close your heart, you're probably not going to be able to access a lot of this. There might be a lot of inner work like pushing, like coming up to the surface. Like some of you might be big self-development freaks, some of you may not be, but either way there's a lot of things that are coming to the surface. This came through in a previous reading. There's a lot of things coming to the surface, like realizations, revelations about self, but also other people in our lives. And specifically, there is this other person, the person that you're considering letting go. Like, one of the things, like, assuming that you've known this person for more than 5 years, you're realizing that there's some things within this connection that have, like, really, like, changed you a lot. And there's been a lot of contemplation. This is the Four of Swords. There's been a lot of contemplation and like thinking about this person's influence on you, because they've influenced you quite a lot. And naturally, that's what we do as humans. You meet people and they change the trajectory of your life, because people are crazy. And I also mean that in a positive way. I'm saying that jokingly, but like generally you meet people and they change your life, and this person has changed your life in drastic ways. But like when you contemplate it, when you think about it, it's like, do I really appreciate this about myself? Do I really appreciate that this person brings this out of me? Am I really a huge fan of this connection? Like, these are the sorts of questions that are coming through, and it's like, maybe not. Maybe this isn't a good person for you. But I find a lot of times when I say that to people, when you give that advice, a lot of people don't really take heed. Thankfully, I'm not in the position where I feel like that friend, but it's like that friend that gives you advice and you never listen to them, and they kind of just like, I mean, no, actually, I have been. When in terms of these videos, I don't feel like that friend. I'm not like, I don't feel any obligation or anything, but like, most people just stay attached. Like, I remember I said to this one couple, God bless them, I hope they're doing well. Like, aside from their relationship, I hope they're, because they had some issues. And I remember I suggested to them, because they made it so obvious that they didn't like being together. It was like such an obvious thing, or at least she didn't like being with him. That was like the running gag. Like, I remember I asked how long they were together. It's not funny. I'm trying not to laugh. I asked them how long they were together, and they both responded, and she was like, too long. And I think he said like, I think it was actually like a year or 2 years or something like that, and she was like, too long. And it was like little comments like that she made. I was like, do you really enjoy being this? Because I know they're just jokes, but like, there's usually truth in jokes. So I'm like, do you really like being in this relationship? Because they had, once again, they had a lot of issues, and we're not gonna get into their like substance abuse shit, but like there was a lot of issues. And so I remember I like suggested, I was like, do you want to be together? And like they were like, yeah, of course. But and it's like, I will go back to a thing that I said previously. It's been a while since I've said this, but it doesn't really matter, in my personal opinion. Like, now I have to like go back to this perspective because I think it's very powerful. It doesn't really matter what you choose to do. It doesn't matter whether you choose to keep someone in your life, whether you choose to move to Kentucky, whether you choose to like do whatever you do. It doesn't matter what you do, as long as you put your all into it and you like make sure that it turns out the way that you want it to turn out. Like, obviously there's gonna be hiccups and shit, but like, if you make mistakes, own up to it and make it the best that you can, is basically a really good thing that I like to say. So because we're all gonna make mistakes. Like, in this world that we've developed, like the way that our intuition is set up, it's really hard to not make mistakes. Like, sometimes our intuition is way off and we just whatever. But like, when you do that, like, just lean into it and make it the best that you can. And maybe you might need to come back to this video and like hear me say that again, or like write it down. Fuck, because like, it's so easy to lose perspective. And like, I quoted a Katy Perry line the other day where she's like, and it's actually from fuck, what song is that? I literally had to look it up because I misquoted it. Only Love is the name of the song. And she's like, it's crazy how quickly I lose perspective and I react. That's the full quote. I didn't fully quote it the other day. I put it in the comments, but I couldn't think of it in the video. It's crazy how quickly I lose perspective and I react. And like I was talking about in a previous video, like the way that we react to things, like most of us are just kind of like reacting, you know, and it's like the way that we react to things can definitely have an impact on the way that like things move, how people feel about us. And there's another phrase that's coming through. You can't control, which if you know about quantum physics is kind of bullshit, but like the phrase is you can't control what happens around you, but you can control yourself. The only thing you can control is yourself, basically. It's another way to flip that. But once again, if you know about quantum mechanics, fuck that. Whatever. Control yourself first, but like, you know. But, what was I saying? Let me take a deep breath. If you want to take a deep breath with me, 1, 2, 3. I don't remember what I was saying, but I was talking about self-control, and we have the Emperor at the top of the deck. I love that. That is basically a synchronicity, basically, because the Emperor is about Aries energy, and then we have the King of Wands. Aries is self. Aries is personality, the ego, the conscious mind. What was I talking about? I don't remember what I was talking about. My brain right now. This is a selenite wand given to me by a woman named Holly. I haven't mentioned her at all in my videos, but she did hook me up with. She has an online store. Maybe I should like link her. I don't know why I haven't. Like, oh my god, I'm a terrible person. No, I'm sure she's getting business. I'm sure she's like doing fine. But she hooked me up with some rocks. Where is it? I feel it. Okay. With this, paid for this. This was paid for. It's a clear quartz. And then this, she just gave away. She was like, you could have it. And I love this. I wish it was a ball. I wish it was circular. I wish she had that. But like, this is awesome. I love this. And I'm basically clearing the energy. That's why I picked it up in the first place. And I was like, let me show you. Let me focus. I'm gonna watch this back, and I'm gonna think this is very chaotic. So I need to say it out loud so that we can all be aware of it, so it's not as chaotic. Because like when you point it out, it makes it less so of a terrible thing. Like when I was having audio issues the other day, or technically, like earlier today, the wind was like doing a lot, and I was like, hopefully the wind isn't terrible. Actually, it wasn't today. I think it was either yesterday evening or this morning. I don't know. But the wind was doing a lot, and I pointed it out, and I'm like, I pointed it out so it's less bad. As my brain tries to remember what I was talking about a moment ago, because I do think it was very powerful, so I'm like, wish I could go back to that, but like, also I'm going to move the mouse so I don't accidentally end the video again, because that keeps happening, because I'm like clumsy. What's some wisdom that wants to come through? Oh wow. We have this energy of... Oh, I remember what I was talking about. And I'm like contemplating whether or not I want to go back to that right now, but we have the energy of patience and indecision. And there's this Aries energy. This could be someone who has a lot of fire in their chart. They don't have to be Aries, but because I did mention Aries, they could have a lot of fire in their chart. They could be very passionate, and I feel like this is a new person. Like, after you kind of let go of another individual, there's a new individual, there's a new person, They could be male or female. It doesn't really matter. And I think it's really careful. It's really important that you be careful about self sabotage with the Seven of Wands and or Seven of Swords. Sorry, Seven of Swords and the Two of Wands coming out as I split the deck. Self sabotage. Let me go back to that train of thought though. Watch out for self sabotage, but also they say that the only thing that you can control is yourself, which is true on some level. And so, like, being cognizant of the way that we like respond to events and situations and people can be very helpful. Is what I was trying to say earlier. I like kind of lost myself in the sauce. Like, believe it or not, like whether you care or not, I actually really love making these videos, and so like this is the third video that I've made, and I haven't properly like cleared my energy, so that could also be a thing kind of bleeding over, which isn't necessarily bad, but like I don't know, maybe I'm being too transparent. Anyways, this new person, you're kind of unsure about whether or not they are a viable option. I feel like they are. They might have a lot of secrets. They might have a lot of things that you need to like unpack, but I do feel like they could be Asian. That might not be relevant. Or you could be Asian. But generally, like I said before, lead with your heart. Like, yes, use your brain. Use your fucking brain. But make sure that your heart is open. Like, because we're talking about, like, a romantic relationship. We're talking about, like, a partnership. And, like, generally, you should have an open heart. But, like, especially when it comes to, like, matters of being in a connection with someone, like an intimate connection with someone, like, you can take that or leave that. But, like, I definitely feel strongly about that. So, excuse me. Excuse me. I'm gonna pull some cards from this deck and then also the past life deck, and then we're gonna close this out. All minor arcana, awesome. Not that big of a deal, awesome. So we have the Two of Cups, we have the Six of Cups. And I hate Roman numerals so much. Hate is such a strong word, but I do not like Roman numerals. And I also don't like the plain sort of thingy. It's like, because then you have to count them, and it's like, but that is the Six of Wands. Unrequited love and biblical. Oh wow, this is like past life energy. Well, literally, it's a past life deck. But like, the way I'm interpreting this is that this new person, or this old person, they're an unrequited love from a past life. And whatever your thoughts are on like past lives, this could also be like a past chapter of your life. Like maybe someone that you used to know. Now I'm just somebody that I used to know. But seriously, this is somebody that you used to know, essentially. Like someone that you used to really vibe with, and like now you're in a different chapter of your life, reconnected. You know, that could be it for some of you. When I say this new person, like obviously you should know your life better than I do. If you don't like anything I say, you're welcome to rebuke it. You're welcome to be like, fuck that jazz. And that's totally fine. That's totally okay. That's how it should be. But there is a new connection or a rekindling of an old flame. I mean, either way, like if we want to look at it from an energetic standpoint, this is like someone that you have known in a previous like existence, previous incarnation. And so like either way they are like familiar, but like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. I think you know. I think you get the point. Yeah. Oh, wait, this is the Six of Wands. I don't know what I was thinking when I first looked at the Six of Wands, but the Six of Wands is generally about success and victory. So I do see good things for you in terms of like this connection, but like let's go back to the fact of like self maintenance. Like the best way to go is making sure that you are in control of yourself. Like it's really not the best idea to try to control other people or other situations. Like when you haven't made, like, you know, that it's really heavy message. That's not necessarily for everyone, but like generally, make sure that you're watching out for yourself and keeping an open heart. And I hope this is helpful. Hope this is useful. Thank you for being here. If you want to check out the links below, I'm going to try to put some links below, like the music and stuff. And yeah, have a good one. Bye.